insult as time.
Jock Samson, you talk the talk, and you damn certainly know how to walk the walk. But tonight, you got a lot more walking to do, because you're going one-on-one with Chuck the Truck Morris for my Ohio Heritage title. Last month you said you didn't slap me in the face because you're so much of a Christian? Well, you take this as your new gospel, Jock. Tonight, the truck will runneth over and will continue on as your Ohio Heritage Champion.
Introducing first, represented by the Agent Nick Hahn, Jock Samson.
Jock Samson, with the despicable actions from last month.
Oh my God. He's wearing a frickin' cowboy hat. And no, I'm not referring to Jock Samson. He wears a cowboy hat. That's his thing. I can't wait until you can see a better image of the Super Agent Nick Hahn. He's wearing a damn cowboy hat.
He looks like a poorly dressed Texan.
So he looks like a Texan. Good Lord. If you could put a picture in the dictionary of arrogance, it would be every member of the entourage.
Well, let me just say this about Nick Hahn. I was born and bred in the country. That don't look good on him.
Wow. I literally... And sunning himself... Oh, my God. I don't have words for Nick Hahn, and that's probably good for my future.
I don't know how you would call that.
Look, we're talking about Nick Hahn, but we should be talking about Jock Samson, because let's be honest here. Jock Samson is a huge, credible threat to the Heritage Championship right now. You're talking about a former Heritage champion, a former OCW Tag Team Champion, and let's be honest here, he's the only man on the entire active roster who's ever wrestled the Honky Tonk Man, who is arguably one of the best of all time.
Also keep in mind, Jock Samson was ranked in the PWI 500.
Let's show some respect to the greatest OCW wrestler of our time.
Oh boy.
Jack, I just gotta tell you this right now. When I signed you as a client, it was the greatest day since my child was born. And I'm not ashamed to say, will you guys please be quiet so he can hear what I'm saying? Jack, I just tell you, I love you. I love you even more than I love my ex-wife. That's how much you mean to me.
Sorry to his ex-wife.
But if anyone calls him Jockstrap, he is headed to the back and he will not compete tonight.
Appalachia.
And that was the worst
I've been to
introduction I've
Appalachia.
ever
They
heard
don't
in
wear
my
a damn
entire
cowboy
life.
hat in Appalachia.
So I'm going to shut your mouth. This is my time. They paid to see us. No one paid to see you. You have a stupid hat on. We have cool hats on.
Nick, it does not look good on you. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next Ohio Heritage Champion, the king of the one-night stands, Jock Samson!
You know what?
Hey,
he does a pretty solid job there.
Nick Hahn, hey, why don't you shut your freaking mouth right now? will come out there and murder entire families if you don't freaking keep it up. Mario, I'll start with you, Baldy. I'll come down there, Baldy. Freaking Telly Savalas knockoff, I'll come and break you in half. But let me say this, why don't you let me freaking talk? You're supposed to be security? What are you securing? You couldn't secure a freaking door shut. Look! Turn around! I can see a continent on the back of your head!
Our security is about to try to whip Jock Samson's ass. I don't know what has happened anymore. We're live at OCW High Octane on OCW Overload.
Oh my.
What in the world is going on?
Now listen, here tonight, I'm going to show you why I'm the greatest wrestler of all time. I have done more being from Ohio Championship Wrestling than anyone in the history of this company. I wrestled the freaking Honky Tonk Man. I wrestled Jeff Jarrett. I wrestled Terry Funk, and you could do 6 degrees of separation to Patrick Swayze because he was in Roadhouse. He was famous. This is about as close as you're going to get to anybody famous. And I'm talking to all these fat goobers and all your ugly fat wives. Hey, Grandma. Hey, Grandma, don't have a heart attack tonight, please.
Oh, boy.
Do me a favor, please. So what I'm going to do, hey, Nick, if these people would shut the freaking mouths right now, I'm gonna physically beat the ever-loving hell out of Chuck the Truck, and I'm taking that Ohio Heritage belt back with a 7-4-0 in beautiful southeastern Ohio. Joe Burrow is a friend of mine. You're never going to see the belt again, kid. Kid, when you talk to me, make sure you graduate high school and actually know how to read. So let's go to, why don't you bring that stupid Chuck the Truck out here? Nobody called me Jockstrap. I'm the greatest of all time.
Thank you. All right, well.
Our security.
I guess I gotta follow up to that, I guess, right? All right. At this time, please welcome your Ohio Heritage Champion, Chuck the Truck Morris.
Chuck the Truck Morris, the OCW Ohio Heritage Champion for 28 days, winning that title at tradition from the Thunderbird Jake Ely.
His former best friend.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is most interesting about this match. We're going to see now this version of Chuck, this version of Chuck the Truck Morris, who isn't battling his best friend for a championship anymore, is defending against all comers, and is main eventing his first event as champion. Imagine.
Chuck not coming to the ring alone. Natalie May coming out here with him.
Natalie picking up a win earlier tonight. Could be a very victorious night for Chuck and Natalie.
Well, on OCW Flashpoint, Jock said he's going to take the Heritage Championship and Chuck's girl.
Yep, I saw that, and I said the same thing that I'm going to say now. Oh, boy. If there's one thing you don't need to do, it's fire up Chuck the Truck Morris. We have seen this man when he is angry, when he is pissed off. And he is a whole different animal.
But also keep in mind, Chuck's temper at times has gotten the better of him.
Yes, in fact, it nearly cost him the Heritage Championship in the first place. Remember, that first attempt at the Heritage Championship against Ely, pre-chaos of 2020, was a disqualification victory for Ely because of the loaded boot. The weight on the boot was used as a weapon by Chuck. Oh, they're hugging.
It's a new freaking world. Two guys can love each other as friends.
Not in those hats that can't.
You're a bunch of bigots.
Yeah, I guess you got a point there. But you also have been kind of a jerk to our OCW faithful, so we'll call a spade here. We are live at Melanie Lake for the first of what appears to be 3 events here at the gorgeous lake. You can come out and get season passes as well for Melanie Lake. Go to melanielake.com if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Jock, you haven't earned it yet.
He calls himself the GOAT. I've heard LeBron James called the GOAT. Although for me in Cavaliers lore, it'd probably be Kevin Love. Because he made the block. You know. The bell goes for our main event. And Drew, we are underway.
This match for the OCW Ohio Heritage Championship.
And Nick Hahn already trying to swipe at the leg, swipe at the ankle of Chuck the Truck Morris. Remember, Hahn's interferences, constant interferences, earlier tonight are what secured the victory for the Hahntourage in that 6-man tag. You have to imagine he's going to go back to the well and try those same tactics again. Is this Natalie May's job to, I don't want to say combat that, but is that her goal?
Maybe a possibility.
And the OCW faithful are serenading the challenger with his unappreciated nickname of Jock Strap. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at Melanie Lake, and it has been one hell of an evening. Man, I can't wait, though. Next month, we get a new ring announcer. Not to discredit the OCW general manager, Glenn Lane, who did a fantastic job ring announcing tonight, but it will be nice to let him have his normal duties and not have to focus on ring announcing as well.
Jock calling for a test of strength here.
When was the last time you can remember the Heritage Championship being the main event of an OCW show?
I believe this is the first.
And it's happening right here live on OCW Overload, live at Melanie Lake. This is OCW High Octane. And Nick Hahn is picking a fight with the OCW faithful, the security guard who tried to tell him to go you-know-what himself. And now Hahn is trying to get somebody ejected from Melanie Lake. And if you're surprised by any part of what I just said, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure you've been listening to us and watching the program for all 2 or 3 hours that we've been on the air. You had to see that coming. It's kind of Nick Hahn's playbook. And Jock with a shot to the knee. And look, we're not going to talk about that knee as much as we normally would. Everybody knows that Chuck the Truck Morris has had knee problems. But unfortunately, so do all of the wrestlers in the locker room. A test of strength has willed the champion to his knees.
And that's excruciating, those double wrist locks. Essentially folding the hands backwards.
The old Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Boy, I've always wanted to call it that. But Chuck getting to a knee, up to his feet, and the big man has the high ground here. Driving Jock. Oh!
Jock with the knee to the midsection of Chuck the Truck Morris.
It looked like he almost wanted to kick him low, but knew the referee was watching. That's Papa Smurf, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. He's the best in our business.
2 count only.
Although credit to Ref Josh, he did a hell of a job today.
Yeah.
An elbow to the top of the head. And we've seen in the past, we don't know what's in that elbow pad. Previous times, there have been a roll of quarters in it. Oh, what a chop. I don't know for sure if there's anything in it, and I'm not going to speculate because that's not fair to the challenger. But we know his history and we know his MO. Just keep that in mind is all I can say. The king of the one-night stands with another elbow to the top of the head. The champion is down in the corner. As Nick Hahn tries to again distract Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf not going to have any of that.
Chuck with a reversal.
Into the corner and back out.
And a big slam from Chuck the Truck.
Big slam indeed, and let's go for a double dose of that. And Jock Samson going to take a breather on the outside of the ring. I don't know what he's coming over to the merch stand, it looks like now. You can't see this on the air, but as of right now, Nick Hahn was giving his man a massage. I have no idea what has happened tonight.
I have no idea.
What a strange, exciting, but strange night this has been. And now Nick Hahn is trying to stop the referees. Oh, wait, Jock is stalking Natalie May at ringside here. And Nick Hahn coming up from behind. I don't trust those two. They are a dangerous duo. Hahn grabbing the leg again. Nick Hahn is a calculating, dangerous man. And that's very dangerous for every champion in OCW today. Beautiful headlock working the arm. Could hyperextend it. Into a hammerlock. And driven down to the knee. Jock Samson trying to wrench that hammerlock.
And that's excruciating because the further you get the hand up the back, the more pressure it puts on the elbow.
And Jock was trying, or rather Nick was trying to tell the bell operator to ring the bell. Chuck quit. Let me tell you something. I've seen Chuck in many matches. The only time I've ever seen him quit was when two men locked him in a submission that he could not literally escape from. And it still took almost 3.5 to 4 minutes before he stopped. He didn't really tap, he just stopped. Into the corner. Big back body drop by the champion. And Chuck the Truck Morris is trying to fire it up, rev up that engine, and get this OCW faithful behind him in our main event tonight at Melanie Lake. Big back suplex.
The power of Chuck the Truck.
The cover. Oh.
And Jock has his hand on the rope.
You cannot deny the ring awareness and the savvy of Jock Samson. That is why he was ranked in the PWI. That's why he's had the opportunity to wrestle the Honky Tonk Man, the freaking Honky Tonk Man, as he said earlier tonight. That's what gets you into those moments and makes you a better competitor. Nick Hahn running like he's running a marathon. Wait a minute. Is that a roll of quarters?
It appears so.
Jock Samson's not going for laundry night. Oh, to the top of the head of the champion. Jock Samson just leveled the champion with $10 worth of quarters. This is right out of the Jock Samson playbook. And Jock's trying to play, I didn't see nothing, I didn't do nothing. There it is again. That's $20 worth so far of this country ass whooping. Yeah, he ain't got nothing. He's got a cover. He's got the cover. He could steal the championship. No. What a shame it would be for the champion's reign to end because of a roll of freaking quarters.
Jock with a chin lock applied.
Grounding the champion, putting him back on a neutral base so that he can attack from. However, Chuck the Truck Morris getting back to his feet, which gives him the leverage and the high ground, ducks the clothesline, delivers a sadistic one of his own. Scintillating impact there. Oh, that was a knee, but man, that looked close.
That may have been low.
Papa Smurf is definitely taking a closer look. if the referee at his discretion decides that was a low blow, that would end the match by disqualification. Nick Hahn knows that. He needs to make sure that his man, Jock Samson, knows that as well.
Looks like Nick Hahn slipped Jock that roll of quarters.
Again? And Natalie is trying to reason with the referee, hey, there's a roll of quarters!
Make it 30.
Good Lord, we're keeping a tab. And into the knee pad. The left knee pad has a $10 roll of quarters. Crazy Granny is about to throw her chair because she's as tired as we are of seeing this despicable display. Cover for the championship. No.
2 count only.
So close with the championship on the line. And Jock Samson willing to do whatever it takes, even if that means shortcuts, even if that means blatantly disregarding the rules. And that's a Nick Hahn tradition.
And Nick Hahn's choking Chuck on the ropes. Come on now.
This is right out of the playbook. We saw this earlier tonight. And if Chuck the Truck Morris was not paying attention earlier tonight, oh my, come on. Now he's attacking the cameraman, for crying out loud. Into the corner goes Jock Samson, attacking Chuck the Truck Morris.
And that makes it 40 as he tucks the quarters into the turnbuckle pad.
It's not a running tab at Applebee's. This is an ass whipping that we are seeing. I don't know what the end game is for Jock Samson here, but if he thinks he's not going to get caught with that roll of quarters, he is, you have to wonder. You have to wonder, is he going to get caught? Because, he's going for that 740 elbow. This would end it. No.
Missing it.
No water in the pool tonight either. We are live at Melanie Lake with the Ohio Heritage Championship on the line. It is all up for grabs here in our main event. Chuck the Truck Morris with Natalie May pounding desperately at ringside to get her man back in the game against Jock Samson, the king of the one-night stands, represented by the super agent Nick Hahn, who for some ungodly reason is wearing sunglasses at night.
And they aren't even stylish sunglasses.
Good Lord. Into the ropes. No, countered. Countered off the ropes. Big clothesline by Chuck. And another one. Going for a trifecta, and he hits it.
Gets the 3-peat.
This is Chuck the Truck getting that motor running. Big boot. I don't think he got all of it, but it staggered the challenger into the corner. Rev it up. Oh my God, the referee just got flattened. Papa Smurf just got absolutely flattened by that Peterbilt, and I hope somebody got the license plate. And now, who knows what's going to happen here? Belly to belly slam, cover, but there's no referee. 1, 2, 3, 4. This match should be over. Here comes the entourage. Nick Hahn signaling to the back for the Jackals, and they attack. It's 4 men on 1. This is absolutely ridiculous. The championship is on the line, and Nick Hahn is going to steal it, and he had it planned all along. Natalie signaling for somebody, maybe some medical help. Oh, man, here comes the cavalry.
Jared Knight.
And Nick Hahn is running like a scalded dog.
James Baker Hickey, Ryan Michaels.
Michaels, Hickey, Knight. All hell is broken loose in the main event here at Melanie Lake. Michaels with a clothesline sends Kenny Cash out of the ring. Fields out here on the left side of your screen. Hickey going after him. Natalie May just watching on. We've got chaos everywhere.
Just an all-out melee at ringside.
Somehow Nick Hahn escapes it without a scratch.
But Jock has that roll of quarters.
This would be $50. He's loading it into that elbow pad. We saw this in his last appearance. Well, one of his last appearances.
Natalie
Wait a minute.
into the
my
ring.
God, Natalie, no. Natalie is in grave danger because there is nothing that Nick Hahn and his entourage will not do to win the championship. He's got his hands on her. That no good piece of garbage had his hands on Natalie May. Chuck is down. The referee is down. And Jock Samson, oh my God, Jackson, yes!
Yes!
Nick Hahn
Yes!
goes flying. The $50 ass whipping. Spine buster. Into the cover. Papa Smurf trying to get his bearings. The best in the game. 1, 2, 3.
The engine winner and still the Ohio Heritage Champion, Chuck the Truck Norris.
What a night! And what an awesome title defense for the OCW Ohio Heritage Champion, Chuck the Truck Morris.
The diesel-powered reign of Chuck the Truck Morris continues.
Look at that, Charles. You're still holding the gold. You're still holding the gold, and it took an army of guys for you to retain that gold. Look at you. Aren't you proud of yourself, Charles? You went out there against Jock Samson, and it took an army of guys to beat him. You should be real proud, Charles.
Hey, it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or if you win by 21. A win is a win. And you know what? I think you just earned yourself an ass whooping for this title. So how about next month at Summerfest? Gino DiCapo versus Chuck the Truck one more time. And guess what? Guess what? Even better for you, you don't got to use your brass ring. This one's on the house.
Charles, you're ugly and dumb. The made man is walking away with the gold, and you are gonna be sleeping with the fishes.